Hello! Welcome to my cantering without stirrups tutorial. Hi everybody! This is so frustrating. No matter what I say, this introduction feels totally awkward. Hello and welcome to How to Canter Without Stirrups. Hi, I'm Stephanie and this is a tutorial on cantering without stirrups. And I'm glad you're here. This is strange. I've never been so very keenly aware of the weirdness of talking to someone who isn't there. Okay, whatever, I guess. The important thing is, you need to know that this is a tutorial on cantering without stirrups. And by no means am I trying to claim that this is like the best way in the world to do it. There are a lot of people out there, frankly, who know a lot more about horses than I do. All I can share with you is what I know and how I do things. So, without further ado, this is how I personally ride the canter without stirrups. This is something that can be really challenging for some people, for a lot of people, really. And that is, I think, because of the rocking nature of the canter. There's a lot of movement, and it can be difficult to stay in the middle of the horse's back and keep your balance if you don't have your feet in the stirrups to kind of catch you and hold you there. So, yeah. Quick confession, it has been so long since I used this saddle that I actually had to dust it.
Okay, so first off, I'm sorry about the audio quality. I would like to get a great microphone, but I just don't have enough money right now, so I'm using the one in the computer, and it's good, but it's not awesome. You may notice here that my legs are kind of up in front of me. That is intentional. I know it doesn't look really excellent, but this horse, Dakota, he's kind of downhill. His front end is a little bit lower than his back end, and so if I don't put my legs in front of me, the movement of his canter, the movement of his back as it comes up, it throws me forward. And so that's kind of, that's just what I have to do to stay balanced up there when he's moving this way. I also move my hips quite a bit when he's cantering. My hips move with his back, and that's what keeps my butt in the saddle and my upper body from bouncing around all over the place. So my hips are moving up and down with his back. My legs are also very relaxed, and that's really, really important. If I tighten my legs, I bounce a lot more. And that's one of those things it's kind of tough, because if you do start bouncing, it's just instinct to tighten your legs and try to hold on. Right here, you can see that his back has come up, but my butt is still right there on the saddle. He's not thrown me up because of the way my hips move. And there, that's the very, very highest point of the canter, and my butt is still down, so that's good.
Okay, now I'm going to show you what doesn't work well, at least for me, as far as posture goes.
Here I was doing basically the exact opposite of what I just said. My legs were tight. I was sitting up and not moving my hips. My arms are tight too, and that makes a big difference. You can see here that my butt is up out of the saddle because the movement of his back has thrown me up. And that's because I kept my hips really stiff and still. It's kind of like taking the shock absorbers off your car. Not good, not comfortable.
Now I want to show you the same thing without a saddle.
This started off great, but then he decided to stop cantering. Here he goes again. And even without the saddle, you can see that I'm very relaxed, very comfortable. My arms and my legs are relaxed. My shoulders, my back. And that keeps it pretty smooth and comfy. I will say that in order to do this, you have to have good balance. You have to develop really good balance so that you can actually stay in the middle of the horse's back without relying on squeezing him with your legs or holding onto something or pushing on the stirrups. It takes practice, it takes trial and error. One more time for good measure. Ah, it's the headless horsewoman!
And the way that doesn't work.
Here I did pretty much the same thing as I did before. I was bouncing a lot more, as you can see. Dakota even put his head up a little bit. I think I made him a little bit uncomfortable. My legs are stiff. My hips were stiff. Wasn't moving with him. I was just trying to be very still and straight. It was actually really exhausting staying on him while keeping everything stiff. It made my muscles sore, and it was very, very tiring.
And that's it. So there you have it. Those are the ways that I have found to sit comfortably and uncomfortably on a cantering horse without the use of stirrups.